Hi, in this video, you're going to learn how to apply your logarithm laws. And this question is definitely differentiating the A grade student and the B grade because it's not about memorizing, it's really about making use of what you know. And this question is question 4B. There are two parts to this question. There are a total of 5 marks. Let us take a look at this question right away. It is given that log z minus log y is equals to log bracket z plus y. Part 1, express z in terms of y. So it's about simplification. And when simplification is tested, we need to go back to our logarithm laws. Now let's take a look at the laws that we have. So if we look at the left-hand side and the right-hand side, you should know that only the left-hand side can be simplified. Yeah, can be simplified. How do we simplify? Let me show you the logarithm laws for a quick recap. These are the laws. And this is the law that we're going to be using. This one here. Right? And what is interesting about this law is we need to apply it here in order to get here. So it will simplify to give us this. So let's go back to that question and apply it. Now that you see one term on the left, one term on the right, the log function, oh, by the way, log is in fact log base 10. Okay, so both the logarithm function have the same base. We don't have to do anything extra. So then we can conclude z over y is simply equals to z plus y. Then we're going to cross multiply. That will give us we want to make z the subject, so move all the z's to one side, and then after which you want to factorize. Minus 1 is equals to negative y squared. All right, I'll continue on the right-hand side here. So we conclude z is equals to negative y squared over y minus 1. If I want to make it a little bit nicer looking, more friendly, I'm going to move the negative sign to the denominator. So then it will give me y squared 1 minus y. So this is how we answer part 1 of this question. Now with that, let us now move to the part 2 of this question. Okay, let's see what the question is asking. State the range of values of z and explain why y is between 0 to 1. To know the range of values of z, we return to part 1 of the question. And if you look carefully over here, and then this is our z, that gives us the answer. I teach my students z is like the follower of logarithm function. And in order for a logarithm function to be defined, the follower, in this case z, has to be more than 0. So that is how we answer part 2 of the question. This is the range of values of z. Just by looking at the where z appear. Now, the second part of that question over there is asking us to explain why y is between 0 to 1. With that, we need to go back to this question. Okay, over here. If we look at what z is, numerator, we know that this has to be more than 0. Now, since, so let me carry on part 2 here. Z is more than 0, as what we have stated earlier on. And y squared for sure is more than 0. Then we can tell something about our 1 minus y. Our 1 minus y, therefore, also has to be positive. Right, and then I'll shift my negative 1 over, and then y, the sign has to change, has to be less than 0. And on top of that, your y has this additional condition. If you recall, go back to the question again. Let me bring you to the first part of the question. Look at where is your y. Your y is also a follower of the logarithm function here. So just like z, it has to be more than 0 as well. So y has to be more than 0. All right. So how do we write down? How do we show that? So continue from this part. Y has to be more than 0 and y has to be less than 1. So if you want, you can draw a little number line if you cannot see. So this is 0. This is 1. Y has to be more than 0, this part here. Y has to be less than 0, this other part here. So the area that's overlapping is this portion here. So therefore, we have shown that y has to be between 0 to 1. More than 0, but less than 1. So this is how we do the showing for this part. Not a very straightforward question, but definitely testing you on your application skill, your understanding of logarithm function, the conditions that makes logarithm function defines logarithm function, and then as well as your inequality concept. I hope you enjoyed this video and find it useful. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you receive notification whenever I upload a new video. Thank you.